Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop chasing people, approval, or outcomes, everything suddenly starts falling into place? The strange truth is this: the harder you try to control life, the more life slips through your fingers. But the moment you let go of desperation, fear, and attachment, you become powerful. And no one understood this better than Marcus Aurelius. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and stay until the end. Because what you're about to hear could completely change the way you see relationships, success, and even your own peace of mind. There's a story about a man who spent his entire life trying to impress everyone around him. He wanted validation from friends, respect from coworkers, attention from women, and approval from society. Every decision he made was based on what other people would think. When he spoke, he carefully measured his words. When he posted online, he checked every notification. When someone ignored him, he panicked. When he failed, he felt worthless. And the more he cared, the more miserable he became. One day, exhausted and emotionally drained, he came across a simple Stoic idea. You have power over your mind, not outside events. That sentence changed everything, because he realized most of his suffering came from trying to control things he never controlled in the first place. And this is exactly where today's journey begins. The first lesson from Marcus Aurelius is this: stop seeking validation from people who are lost themselves. Most people spend their lives begging silently for approval. They want everyone to clap for them, to notice them, to praise them. But Marcus Aurelius warned against this weakness. Think about it. Why should your happiness depend on the opinions of people who can barely manage their own emotions? The crowd changes every day. One moment they love you, the next moment they criticize you. If you build your self-worth on public opinion, your peace will always be temporary. The moment you stop needing validation, something powerful happens. You become calm, confident, untouchable. People are naturally drawn to those who don't desperately seek attention. That quiet confidence becomes magnetic. The second lesson: stop forcing relationships. Have you ever chased someone so hard that you lost yourself in the process? You text first every time. You overthink every reply. You try harder and harder to keep them interested. But the more desperate you become, the more distant they grow. Marcus Aurelius believed attachment creates suffering. And in modern life, this truth destroys countless people emotionally. The Stoic mindset says, love deeply, but never lose your dignity. The moment you stop forcing someone to stay, you regain your power. Ironically, people often return when they sense you no longer depend on them emotionally, because desperation pushes people away. Peace attracts them, and even if they never return, you still win, because your peace no longer depends on another human being. The third lesson: stop caring about things you cannot control. Most anxiety comes from imaginary battles. What if they reject me? What if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I'm not enough? Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that external events are not the problem. Your reaction is the problem. A storm doesn't destroy a strong tree. Weak roots do. Life becomes lighter when you focus only on your actions, your mindset, and your character. You cannot control how others treat you. You cannot control the economy. You cannot control the past. You cannot control everyone's opinion, but you can control your response. And once you truly understand this, anxiety begins to disappear. The fourth lesson: silence is power. There's an old story of a young man who constantly argued with everyone. He needed to prove he was right. Every insult triggered him. Every disagreement became a battle. One day, an older philosopher told him something simple. The strongest man in the room is usually the calmest. That sentence haunted him. Marcus Aurelius understood that emotional control is real strength. Weak people react instantly. Strong people observe first. When you stop caring about winning every argument, your energy changes completely. You stop explaining yourself to everyone. You stop defending your every move. You stop reacting emotionally to nonsense. And strangely enough, people begin respecting you more. because silence carries authority. The fifth lesson: stop fearing loneliness. This is one of the biggest fears in modern society. People stay in toxic relationships, fake friendships, and miserable situations simply because they fear being alone. But Marcus Aurelius often spoke about solitude as a source of strength. When you learn to enjoy your own company, you become dangerous, in the best possible way. Because now no one can manipulate you with attention. No one can control you with emotional games. No one can trap you with fear of abandonment. The person who is comfortable alone becomes emotionally free. And ironically, once you stop fearing loneliness, you attract healthier people into your life, because now you choose people from peace, not desperation. The sixth lesson: stop overthinking the future. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every single day. Inside it are fears about tomorrow, regrets from yesterday, and worries about things that haven't even happened yet. Eventually, the weight crushes you. Marcus Aurelius warned against this mental habit constantly. He believed most suffering exists only in imagination. Right now, in this moment, you are probably okay. But the human mind creates imaginary disasters. What if things go wrong next year? What if I lose everything? What if life never improves? And while you're busy fearing the future, you miss the present completely. Stoicism teaches you to face life one moment at a time, not 10 years at once, not every possible tragedy at once, just today. And strangely enough, when you stop obsessing over the future, your mind becomes clearer, and your decisions become smarter. The seventh lesson: stop trying to impress everyone. There's a hidden exhaustion that comes from pretending to be richer than you are, pretending to be happier than you feel, pretending to be perfect. Online, Marcus Aurelius believed authenticity matters more than appearance, because fake lives create real suffering. Many people are mentally exhausted not from work, but from performance. They are actors in their own lives. But when you stop caring about appearances, you finally breathe again. You stop buying things to impress strangers. You stop changing yourself for acceptance. You stop comparing your life to social media illusions. And that freedom changes everything, because real confidence isn't loud, it's peaceful. The eighth lesson: accept that not everyone will like you. This truth hurts at first, but it eventually sets you free. No matter how kind, talented, or genuine you are, some people will misunderstand you. Some will dislike you for no reason. Marcus Aurelius knew this well. Even as emperor, he faced criticism daily, and yet he reminded himself, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. In other words, life is too short to waste trying to please everyone. The moment you accept that criticism is unavoidable, you stop living like a prisoner. You stop shrinking yourself for comfort. You stop begging to be understood. You stop fearing judgment. And the freedom that comes from this realization is incredible. The ninth lesson: detach from outcomes. This may be the hardest lesson of all. Most people only feel happy when they get exactly what they want. If they succeed, they're confident. If they fail, they collapse emotionally. But Stoicism teaches something different. Focus on effort, not outcomes. You can do everything right and still lose sometimes. That's life. Marcus Aurelius believed your character matters more than results, because outcomes are never fully in your control. But your discipline, integrity, and effort always are. The athlete who detaches from fear performs better. The speaker who stops fearing judgment speaks more confidently. The person who stops obsessing over love becomes more attractive naturally. Detachment is not giving up. It's giving your best without emotionally collapsing over the result. And finally, the 10th lesson: stop caring so much and start living. Many people are not truly living. They are surviving emotionally, constantly worried, constantly seeking approval, constantly afraid. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that peace begins when attachment ends, When you stop needing the world to behave perfectly, you finally experience freedom. You laugh more easily. You sleep more peacefully. You think more clearly. You move through life with calm confidence. And here's the greatest irony of all. The moment you stop chasing everything desperately, many things begin coming naturally. Respect, confidence, attraction, peace, clarity, because desperation repels. Presence attracts. There's a powerful image often connected to Stoicism. Imagine holding sand tightly in your fist. The harder you squeeze, the more sand slips away. But when your hand relaxes, the sand stays naturally. Life works the same way. The more desperately you cling to people, outcomes, and control, the more suffering you create. But when you master detachment, emotional discipline, and inner peace, life begins flowing differently. This doesn't mean becoming cold or emotionless. It means no longer allowing fear, validation, or attachment to control your soul. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, betrayals, pressure, and unimaginable responsibilities. Yet through all of it, he understood one life-changing truth. Your peace should never depend on external things, and maybe that's the lesson you needed today. Maybe your anxiety comes from caring too much about things outside your control. Maybe your heartbreak comes from attachment. Maybe your exhaustion comes from trying to impress everyone. But the moment you reclaim your inner peace, everything changes. You become calmer under pressure, more confident in silence, more attractive without trying, more powerful without forcing, and most importantly, you finally become free. So, the next time life feels overwhelming, remember this Stoic truth. The less you desperately need from the world, the stronger you become within yourself. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,